Hello student, welcome to our today's session. Today I am again here with you all with our new topic from subject science 8th class, and for today our topic is chapter 11, that is force and pressure. Now here we start our chapter, force and pressure. Okay, so for regarding force and pressure, different activities we have seen in our day-to-day life. Many of the things we have discussed in our previous class also, class 7 also, regarding the change of the shape of the object and regarding the moving of the object. So when we are seeing the activities in our day-to-day life, so how can we decide that an object is moving faster than the other object? How can we decide? We decide by its speed. Okay, and what the distance moved by an object in a unit time indicate? It also indicates the speed. So many other things we also know. For example, when a ball it is rolling on the ground, it is the movement of that ball. Okay, after some time what happens? It slows down, and many more things we know that we can make it to move faster. We can make it the change in the direction of that thing. So regarding all these things, many of the activities we experience in our day-to-day life, just see the diagrams given in your book here at the last, that here a goalkeeper is saving a goal, or a hockey player is flicking a ball, or a fielder is stopping a ball. So all these what we are doing in all these situation, what we are doing, we are making the ball either to move faster or slower, or we can doing the change in the direction of it. So these all are the things where we can say that we are applying a force. We are applying a force when it is when we are kicking it, when we are pushing it, we are throwing it. So in all these, what we are doing, we are applying a force. So what force is? Okay, in science, when we are talking about the force, then what force is? In the language of a science, force is known as a push or a pull. Okay, different actions are there. For example, we are picking something, we are opening, shutting, kicking, we are hitting something, we are lifting a bucket and all. So these all are the example of the actions where we are changing the position, we are changing the direction of some object. Okay, so what we can say to them all? We are saying that we are applying some force so that there is a change in its position. Some just see the table 11.1 given here. We have to identify the action, okay, as push or pull. Is it push or is it pull? So when we are applying it, when we are moving a book placed on the table, we can push it also, we can pull it also. By both we can make the book to move on the table. When we are opening or shutting our door, in that condition also, we are pushing it, we are pulling it. Okay, when we are drawing a bucket from a well, we are pulling it also. Initially we are pushing it, then we are pulling it. Then, when a footballer take a penalty kick, in that condition he is pulling it, pushing it, not pulling it. Same batsman when he is hitting the cricket ball, that condition also he is pushing the ball. Okay, or you can say moving a loaded cart, in that condition also we are pushing it, we are pushing it, and we can also pull it. So we are performing the both action when we are moving a loaded car. We can pull it also, we can push it also. And in case of opening a door, what we are doing, we are pulling it so that it can possible the drawer can be open. So these are the different examples. They are the different example of the action we are performing where in the different situation. So what we can say, we are applying a force there. So in science, what force is? It is a push or a pull of an object. Okay, of an object, push and pull of an object, that is known as the Force. Yes, forces are due to an interaction. Okay, this topic is with us. So, when two things are interacting with each other, okay, for example, few of the examples are given here. Suppose a man is standing behind a stationary car. Okay, will the car move? That the man is present there, the car will move. No, the car is not move. But when the man start pushing the car, okay, when he start pushing the car, then in condition what happens? The car may begin to move. But in which direction? The direction where the force is applied. In the direction where the force is applied. Okay, so the man has to push the car to make it move. When he push the car, then the car will move. Okay, many or more situations are there which are familiar to we all, where we can't decide that who is pulling, who is pushing, but both are interacting with each other. For example, just see in this diagram, we cannot decide that which girl is pushing. Both are pushing each other. Okay, in second diagram, both are pulling each other. Here also, both are pulling each other. So, what we can say? In both situation, all the situation, both the girls or you can say the man and the cow, both are applying force. Okay, both of them, they are applying force on each other. Okay, it is true with both of the girls, it is true with man and the cow also. So in these example, what we can say that at least two objects must be there for the interaction of a force. Then only the force will come into play. Okay, if there is no interaction, means if an object is there, for example in this activity, if a wooden box is there, if they will not perform action, if they will not push it, the box, it will remain in its position. Okay, so interaction is must. Interaction is there between the object so that it may result in the force. Now we will explore some more things regarding the force. Just see the activity 11.2. In this activity, what we have done, we have taken a box. Okay, we have taken a box and a boy, he is trying to push it. Okay, or myself or you also, you can try to push that heavy box. If you alone cannot push it, you can take help from someone. Okay, you are taking help from your friend and you both starting to pushing that heavy box. And when you both are trying to push, then what happens? There is the change in its position. You can easily move it. Okay, and in the direction you are applying the force. You will move it, but where? In the direction where you are applying the force. And now see the second example. In this example, you both are moving, you and your friend, you both are moving the box, but in the opposite direction. Okay, you are moving in this direction and your friend is moving in the opposite direction. Then what is the result? What is the result? The magnitude of the force, if applied by your friend, is higher, then it will move in this position. And if the magnitude of the force applied by you is higher, it will move in the another direction. So it depends on the magnitude of the force where you are applying it. Okay, in which direction you are applying it. Simply, we can see in this game also, this game, the tug of war, we are playing, usually used to play. So in this game, we are making two teams and we are trying to push that rope. Simply, it doesn't move when the force by both of the team is equal. But once one of the team, it will apply the larger force, the rope will be in their turn. So what we can conclude it from these activities, what we can conclude that the box move very difficultly when we push along. Okay, but if someone help us, what happens? The force applied on that object, in the same direction add to the one another. Okay, he is also applying force, I am also applying force, then if it is applied in the same direction, it add to one another. And when it is applied in the opposite direction, then what happens? The net force. The net force is the difference between the two forces. Difference between means the lesser one may be subtracted from the higher one. So it will be the difference of the two forces. Okay. So that is the thing. So that is called the magnitude. Force is usually expressed by its magnitude. Okay, and we can also measure force, and the unit for force is Newton. Okay, unit for force is Newton. Now our next topic is force can change the state of motion. When we are applying the force, it can change the state of motion. How it can change the state of motion? Just see one of the activity here given to you, activity 11.3. In this activity, what we have to do? We have to take a rubber ball. Okay, and we have to place it on the level surface such as the tabletop or a floor, and we need to gently push the ball. Okay, on the level surface we need to push the ball. Now the ball start moving, the ball begin to moving, and we again and again push the ball. Then what happens? There is an increase in its speed. If we begin to move it again and again, there is an increase in its speed. Okay, so what we can say, when we push the ball along the level surface, the ball begin to move, and when we push the ball again, its speed increase. Okay, its speed increase. And what happens when we place our palm in the front of the moving ball? When we are placing palm in the front of the moving ball, what happens? In that condition, its speed decrease. So we can say that the force can change the state of the motion. What we can say? The force can change the state of the motion. So the similar example we can see in our day-to-day life, such as that while taking a penalty kick, when you are seeing the football, there is a penalty kick. What happens in that? The player is applying the force on the ball. Okay, before being hit, the ball was at the rest. Initially it was at the rest. Rest means its speed is zero, it is not moving. And when the force is applied, the ball will move. Where does it move? It moves towards the goal. Okay, if the goalkeeper, he jumps on and save the goal, so by his action what happens? There is the force on the moving ball. Okay, and the ball will stop or its direction will change. So what happens? The goalkeeper can save a ball. He will succeed. Otherwise, there will be a goal. Okay. So it may change its direction. It may make it to stop. So from these all observations, what we can conclude that the force applied on an object may change its speed. Okay, when we are applying the force, there is a change in its speed. Change in its speed means it can be increased, it can be decreased. There is a change in the direction. There can be a change in the direction. So for the direction, just see one more example is given to you. Just see what is here. Here what we are doing, we are moving a tire faster. It has to be pushed repeatedly. Okay, this experiment we are also doing. We are used to play this type of game, that we are using a tire and with the help of a stick we are keep on rolling it. So when we are keep on rolling it, what happens? There is an increase in its speed and it may move faster on the road. So there is a change in the speed of the object. Now we can also change the direction of the object. For this, our activity is given to us. Okay, the similar activity, similar to the previous activity, that is 11.3. What we have to do? We have to take a ball. Okay, we have to take a ball and place it on the level surface. Similarly, as we have done in the activity, the previous activity, that is activity 11.3. Then we can make the ball move by giving it a push. Then we place the ruler from the geometry box in its path. Then what happens? When we apply a force on the moving ball, it will not move in the same direction. What happens? Its direction change. Because of that ruler, it moves to the different angle. So there is a change in its direction. So ball can change in direction after it strikes the ruler. So what we have studied, there is a change in the speed. It may increase, it may decrease, and there is a change in the direction of the object when we are applying the force. Okay. So what we can conclude it from here, we can conclude it that there is a change in either a speed of an object or its direction or both. It is described as the change in the state of the motion. Okay, or you can say a force may bring a change in the state of the motion of an object. Now you can say daily, again and again we are listening that point, that state of motion. What that state of motion is? So state of motion is described by its speed and the direction. Okay, the speed, you can say it is, if it is in the rest, means the speed is 0. Okay, and from the rest it may start in the motion. There may be an increase in the motion, there may be a decrease in the motion. So that is the state of the motion. So what we can say, we can change the state of the motion when we are applying a force. But what happens when we are applying a force to a wall? Okay, what happens then when we are applying a force to a very heavy object that we cannot move? Okay, common experience we are sharing that when we are applying a force, there is no result in the state of the motion. For example, if you apply your maximum force to the wall, or you apply your maximum force to the bed, very heavy bed, then in that condition, is there any change? No, there is no effect of force. Okay, when you try to push a wall. So that is only possible in the possible cases only. Okay, you may not say that when we apply a force, there may be a confirmed change. It may not be a change when the condition is like that. You are applying the force and there is no change in the object. Means you are applying the force, but force is not that much that it can change the position of that object, or the object is very rigid, such as the wall. Now see, second thing we are discussing, that force can change the shape of that object. Still now, right now we have discussed it can change the speed, it can change the state. Now we will discuss it can change the shape of the object. Okay, so some situations are given in the table. We will see the next table. Some situations are given there. So what we can conclude it, just see, come to the, first of all, see the situation. What the situation are given here. Situation is a lump of dirt on a plate. Okay, we are pressing it with the help of our hands. So what we are doing, we are changing it in shape. Same spring fixed in the seat of the bicycle. Okay, so the spring, its shape is also changing. We are stretching our rubber band, we have suspended our rubber band. So it is also changed, its shape will also change. Here we have placed a plastic or metal scale and two bricks are there. So what happens in this, with the help of this weight, just see the position of the scale. Its shape is also going on changing. So what we have concluded, that when we are applying a force, there may be one or two effect from these all the changes. It can be without the action of the force. Thus the object cannot move by itself. Okay, when we are applying the force, or if we will not apply a force, just imagine if we will not apply a force, the object will not change. There is not change in the direction. There is no change in the any situation. For make it change, for make any change in the speed, for make any change in the direction, or we can say for make any change in its shape, we have to apply the force. What we have to apply? We have to apply the force. So what we can conclude, that the force can change the shape of an object. What the force can do, it can change the shape of the object. Okay, so let's just recall what the activities, what the things we have done in this chapter right now. What the force is, it is a push or pull. With the help of force, we can change the state of the object, or we can change the shape of the object. Okay, now our next topic is regarding the contact and non-contact forces, that we will discuss in our next video. Till then, just read out your chapter and study well. Thank you.